Okay, now we're inside the E17 Escape Hatch by KZ, and I've already showed you the innovation from the outside, how easy it is to load and unload, how easy it is to use the hatch as an outside patio mechanism. But once you step inside, it's just as magical. Why? Because what you have here is a full dinette, and I mean, unlike most, I have plenty of legroom, so it's certainly big enough for us guys that are a little bigger than others. But also what it does is it turns into an actual bed, or there's actually a plank that comes across here that's padded, and it can also become a U-shaped dinette. So where else are you going to find a 21-foot camper that you can actually have a full U-shaped dinette with a view to the rear and fresh air? So very versatile. I mean, you have all of that storage, you have plenty of space to sit. I mean, you push these two tables together and you can actually play euchre, play cards, or have a good time back here, and nobody's elbow to elbow. There's just tons of space. And again, like, the universal purpose is you've got this screen. So for me personally, I love the fresh air, and I love to sleep in the fresh air. So I would just keep the screen, keep that hatch up, and catch some fresh air as I caught some Z's as well. What we've got here is a full-size freezer and refrigerator, and as you can see, it's not skimping on space. There's a ton of space in here, not just for your refrigerated goods, but also for your frozen goods. But what I like about this camper is we went over how many times have we gone over storage. It's storage rich, but also it's not lacking storage in other places. I mean, this is a 21-foot camper, and you have a full-size pantry. And guess what? When they shelve this pantry, they actually put the shelves far enough apart so you can put cereal boxes. I can't tell you how many times in the RV industry people put a pantry together and you can't put something like a Cheez-It box or vanilla wafers or even cereal boxes won't even fit. Guess what? We thought of that. So you have tons of space in here to put any of the dry goods needs that you have. Now in the kitchen, of course, you have the two full-size burners, tons of counter space for preparation, the one-piece deep sink. So guess what? All of those big dishes that you use outside, easily washed here. We think about things. Fully extendable drawers. Plenty of space to put whatever you need. There's literally 4 of them there. Tons of space for pots and pans. We thought of that too. Once you get over here, like I said, tons of countertop space. You actually have the operation for your radio, and you also have flashlight, Bluetooth, stereo. So guess what? If you're going to sit at the back of the camper and you don't want to bother the neighbors with the speakers on the door side, you can actually take this out there and, you know, catch some fresh air and listen to some music and enjoy your afternoon. This is also where your controller is. On the flip side here is also where your controller is for the solar panel. So we had talked about the 3 100 watts, one on the roof and 2 expandable by plug-in. Those are actually, the controller is right here, so you don't need to even go outside to mess with it. Okay, I'm not going to go into the restroom, but what you've got in there is tons of space. So whether you're getting out of the shower or using the restroom, there's nothing to be cramped about, right? It seems like some campers, your leg room when you have to use the restroom, there's no leg room. There's plenty of leg room in there. And getting dressed after you take a shower, you don't have to be a contortionist to get dressed because there's plenty of space in there. Once we get over here, what I like about this floor plan is even though it's just over 21 feet long, it actually has the checklist, right? We went over all of the storage stuff in the back. We went over all of the storage in the kitchen. And then once you get into the bedroom, there's plenty of storage as well. So, I mean, you have full-size hanging storage here. You've got storage above the bed. So when Mama has her checklist of things that she'd like to bring with her, or things that she'd like to have in a camper, there's certain things that are always on a checklist. And in travel trailers, it's been very tough to achieve the first and most important one in fifth wheels, which is exterior storage. We've got that in the hatch. So now you have exterior storage for lawn chairs and everything else that we discussed. You've got countertop space. You've got seating in the rear, right? So you've got plenty of seating for everyone that wants to come with. You've got a big bed, and you've got a full-size pantry. You've got plenty of storage for everything that you need as far as clothing and all of that stuff goes. So really what you have here is the first travel trailer that you can bring everything you want, right? And isn't that what camping is about? I mean, really, we're all looking for a great experience when we're at the campground, and it really stinks to have a list of things that you want to bring with you, but you can't bring some of the things on your list. Well, this hatch, like every single element of it, from the countertop space, plenty of prep space, to, most importantly, the versatility of that hatch is a home run.